I hated school as a kid. My mother would say, "You should enjoy it. One day you'll have to work for a living." No, I won't, Ma. I'm going to be a comedian.
Hey, Tom.
Jeffrey.
Hey, Tom, guess what?
Oh, man. I don't know. Did you get a new hat? Is it a new hat?
I did. Oh, I got a haircut, but that's not what this is about.
Oh.
Tom, it's time. We have a very special thing happening right now because it's time for a very special episode of Tom and Jeff Watch Batman. We're celebrating our anniversary. It's a couple weeks late. It's a couple weeks late because we didn't know because we're both husbands.
It snuck up on us.
Yeah. So
what's the second? What's the gift for the 2nd year podcast anniversary? Is it wood?
It's guests.
It's
guests, and we brought a doozy to celebrate our 2nd anniversary. Our shared co-host, all-around podcast czar, and all-around decent guy to know. We got Adam Tod Brown in the house. Adam.
Decent is pushing it, but hello. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Podcast autocrat.
Ruler of the podcast world.
I prefer oligarch.
Sure, we can. Yeah.
Who else is there? Winter.
Yeah.
Is she your other ruler? Yeah. So we have done. You're watching. You've seen the label of the episode. So I'm assuming if you're listening to this, you know what we're talking about. And this actually is a big deal, not just because it's a movie that has been slightly popular.
A little.
But what it comes down to is this episode sets an official precedent that we have been trying to avoid for the past 2 years, which is now we're going to have to watch Gotham.
Yes.
Because Joker, the film that we're doing now, does not have Batman in its Batmaned form.
No, it has Bruce with thumbs in his mouth.
Yeah. Which is mostly what Batman does.
Mm-hmm.
Little bat boy.
Strike fear into the heart of criminality by sticking my thumbs in their mouths.
Alfred, he's got his thumbs in my mouth.
Alfred, help.
Help me, Alfred. Save me from the thumb guy. First night out as Batman
Scarecrow gets thumbed in the mouth.
Scarecrow lights him on fire and sticks his thumbs in his mouth. We're doing Joker. Joker is the 2019 controversial smash hit from Warner Brothers. You don't need me to explain fucking Joker, right?
No, I really don't. We could end it right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Just with that. You don't need me to explain Joker to you.
Nope. And that's the show. Thank you all for listening. But no, so we're doing Joker because it's going to get us listeners.
Yeah, really. That's all it is. This is a very calculated move.
No, but we did want to get this sort of out of the way. We wanted to get it while the iron is still cooling. People still Joker fever out on the streets, you know?
Yeah.
That's what people have been out on the streets about, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Joker fever. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just, don't
mass protests.
Yeah.
I haven't done this yet, but I was on I was talking to Abe Epperson yesterday, and he told me that there's a whole subsection, a whole community of TikToks that you can discover by just typing in Joker baby.
Oh no.
I haven't done that yet. Don't know if I'm going to, but
I would not.
I'm throwing that out there.
I would not. First off, I would not just go on TikTok. But beyond that,
no, I think if I sign up for a TikTok account, the FBI immediately shows up.
Yeah, there's no way anybody, this is not TikTok approved.
No.
This is
they see this fucking head
You're
pop
right,
up on there. They're like, "Oh, absolutely not."
TikTok is how the government makes deep fake videos of you 10 years from now. Just stay away.
Stay away. Just keep, they can get a lot less with the MyFace app. You know?
Yeah.
They're just getting small bits. They can't get the whole thing.
They're just getting dots with MyFace. What are they going to do with dots?
You can't do shit with dots. So we're going to be doing the Joker. This is going to be a 2-part episode. The first part you are listening to for free. This is a free episode available for everybody, and then we will have the second half of the movie will be available on Gamefully Unemployed. But Adam, let's talk to you for a second. You, who are you?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Am I the Joker?
I think we all are, right? Isn't that the message?
I think that is the point of the movie, yes.
Yeah, all is Joker, I believe.
All is Joker. Joker is all.
Yes.
Yeah, through him, all things are possible.
Yeah. Where Joker goes one, we go all.
All. Yes.
It's a QAnon thing.
All for Joker and Joker for all.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But Adam, you co-host with me, You Don't Even Like Sports, on the Unpopular Opinion Network, as well as with Tom, Best Bad Movie Ever.
Yeah. I feel like there's probably some significant overlap between our audiences. I think
a little bit. Yeah, I think a little bit.
People might have heard of me, but yeah, I run the Unpops podcast network. I host the Unpopular Opinion podcast and several others.
Just a couple.
Really? I mean, honestly, far too many.
Oh, I would agree.
Way too many.
Nobody will disagree on this show. All right, so we got Joker, and it starts. So Joker is a story of Arthur Fleck. We give the Joker his last name, and he's Arthur Fleck, because why not? And first off, this movie doesn't seem like it was actually about the Joker.
No, this movie is Worst Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
It 100% is Taxi
Driver. I'm just going to say up top, I hate this movie. I'm glad we're doing it, because now I never have to watch it again.
Yeah. I also hate this film, and this is the third time I've seen it.
It's only the second time, and let me tell you, it was a real goddamn slog both times.
Yep.
Let me tell you how many pages of notes I had to take for this fucking movie.
How many?
I have 17, I think, 15 or 17 pages of notes on this movie. It took me about 6 hours to get through.
Oh no.
It felt like it took about 6 hours to get through every time I watched it.
I don't hate it the way you guys do, but I don't like it the way most awful people do. I hate to ascribe a fan base as being one way or another, but
I just think it's very boring.
Yeah, it's boring, and I get that it's Gotham and it's not New York City, but it's sort of like a Friends version of 1980s New York, where
I think even 70s, right? It's even older.
Yeah, maybe even 70s,
like late 70s, early 80s.
Just
when does Taxi Driver happen? It's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It tries to present all of those problems that especially New York and places like it were facing in the 70s, but just removes racism out of it altogether, which, I'm sorry, that this motherfucker would have been super duper racist.
Oh, yeah.
There's absolutely no way Joaquin Phoenix's Joker would not have been racist fucking trash.
It's a really funny idea.
In 1970s New York? Fuck yeah.
Why so black?
Because the subway incident, I think, is supposed to kind of mimic the Bernard Goetz thing.
Bernie Goetz, yeah.
And like the whole story sort of mimics the Bernie Goetz story, but leaves out the part where Bernie Goetz was caught on tape using the N-word repeatedly.
This is a patchwork piecing together of somebody trying to describe a Scorsese movie in 1982. Like, that's the best way to describe how the Joker sort of narrates itself through there. You can see it's homage. It's so homage heavy that you're almost kind of like, oh, you need to tone this down a little bit. Because there are parts where you're just like, oh, you just did that directly from Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Like 1,000%. So this movie starts with our man Arthur, and he is putting on clown makeup while the news is explaining how there is a garbage strike and typhoid fever is starting to break out. Pretty hot, right?
Sure.
Seems like a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a legitimate issue, you know?
Yeah, no, I know. It's just... I'm just like, sure, film, okay.
They open with typhoid fever.
Yeah.
It's the
Right
opening
up top.
hand. Let's see what's coming up the river to see what we have coming up. So then we see he does the thing where he kind of is sitting there miserable, and he kind of makes himself smile, and he just is like rigidly kind of crying through his makeup while he's doing the smile. And this is a reminder that Joaquin Phoenix is really fucking good in this movie. He's just good. Like, whether you like him or not, or whether you like the movie or not.
Yeah, he's
really
good.
Talented.
I like him a lot, and I think he's great in this. I just think I agree with Tom. It's just generally a boring movie.
Yeah, it's just very dull.
So it cuts to him sign spinning.
Yep.
And these
Flipping them
kids-
signs.
The kids steal it, and then there's a chase, and then he turns the corner and gets fucking leveled,
Right. And this is
just obliterated by the sign.
when this came out, like because this scene is in the trailer, I really wanted that to just be the entirety of his origin story. It was just some kids wailed on his balls. So he was like, I'm the clown prince of crime now. My balls.
Either that or the actual ending of the movie. That's how he's finally defeated. A fucking sign to the face.
4 kids beating the Christ out of him. They beat the shit out of him so hard, and there's like, it seems like there's no real reason for them to do it, and you're like, come on.
Yeah. And
That's not a
it's
real.
Like, it's the first 4 minutes too.
Yeah.
A gang of
come on.
kids steals his worthless sign and then kicks the shit out of him because.
Which is objectively funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's very funny.
One of 2 completely laugh out loud moments in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all know what the other one is. We'll get to it.
I think so. We're going to get to it.
Is it going to be next episode?
No, it'll
On
be
the
this
Murray
episode.
Franklin
No,
show?
it'll be
Because
very soon.
It'll be
There's
very
a laugh out. Okay, there was a laugh out loud moment for me that was pretty hard on the Murray Franklin show, where he does the knock knock joke.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll jump to that one where he says, "Knock knock, who's there?" It's the police, ma'am. Your son was hit by a drunk driver and he was killed.
That is a
I
solid
laughed out loud
joke.
at that because it's just wonderfully funny to say that and consider it a joke.
Oh.
Just me?
Well, for me, it's the scene where he's dancing around the nursery and a gun falls out of his pants.
It's very good.
That was magic.
So they beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It's very funny. And then it just says Joker.
Yeah, in font that's like too big. Like it bleeds off the screen. It's like already like we're 5 minutes into this movie and already I've like said, come on, movie, like 3 different times to the screen.
Arthur is forcefully laughing while looking miserable with this caseworker. And he kind of just goes, is it me or is it just getting crazier out there? She starts asking him about the journal, and he's using it as a joke journal. And then he's saying he's pursuing a career in stand-up comedy. So she looks at it, and it is a journal from 7.
Yeah. Yep. It is 100% a spacey text.
Yeah. If you ever see anyone you know in possession of a notebook like this, fucking call the FBI.
Yeah.
It's the only time I would encourage people to call the FBI.
Leave town.
Send a group of teens after him at the very least.
Yeah.
Hit him in the face with a sign.
Yeah. My one weakness. Signs being smashed into my face.
Signs and also fucking haymakers to the balls.
Teens.
Teens.
My one weakness. Teens. He writes down one of the things that we see that sort of is highlighted is the phrase, "I just hope my death makes more sense than my life." And then they talk about how he stayed in the hospital. Fine.
Yeah.
We cut to the bus. There's a bus ride scene with the kid. He starts, where he's like kind of peekabooing the kid, and the mom is just being a real piece of shit.
She was a real asshole.
Like, he's not molesting your kid.
No, that's true. People are like, I understand being like weirded out by that and by him, because he looks like a mess and he just seems weird. But yeah, this is another just like come on movie aspect of this movie is where everyone is just a fucking asshole.
They must have thought he was River Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean they had to set that up somehow, and I guess that was as easy a way to do it as any.
By having a mean mom be rude.
Yeah,
I don't think she gave him the card back either.
It seems like she walked away with the card.
There are a lot of moments like there's a lot of very small continuity errors in this. And it's in moments like that where it's like, oh, but then he just has the card again, and then when he's dancing down the stairs in episode 2, he throws a cigarette away twice. It's just shit like that.
He's just smoking a bunch of cigarettes like he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. He had 65 cigarettes in his mouth.
Where did he learn to dance anyway?
I don't know, but that's the dancing is an interesting
like a David Lynch dream
plot
sequence
device. Yeah, it keeps coming back. It's sort of
there's a lot of dancing in this movie.
There is. I don't hate it. I don't
hate it. I don't know what it means. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. It is just a fucking Joker movie.
I think there's a lot of him dancing when things are awful, and you see him kind of painfully dancing when things are kind of terrible, and then at the end we see him dancing down the steps, and he seems really happy.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like he dances when feels like he's in a position of power. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I agree with that.
That tracks.
But we'll see. We'll see. You took the notes. I didn't.
No,
you took 17 pages of notes. I was struggling to pay attention, so we'll see what happens.
He has the card that says I have a mental disorder. I laugh. It's very funny. I laugh. You laugh. We all laugh at the fact that I have brain damage. Mm-hmm. And then he goes to the pharmacy, and then you see him walking up those famous ass stairs that assholes have ruined in New York now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one reason to hate this movie.
Sure.
I don't believe in blaming art for its fans, but holy shit. Like, have you heard about like what's going on these stairs?
I've seen some of it, yeah.
Where there's like Joker assholes that are like trying to like prevent people from walking up the stairs so they can get their Instagram videos and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, oh man, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
That's not surprising.
I have to go to work. Get the fuck out of my way. You fucking jerk. I'll make you the real Joker. I'll have my kids beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
We should
I gotta
film
catch a
an
bus. Don't let me stick some teens on you. Sorry.
We should film an Instagram video where we go to those stairs and hit people in the face with signs.
There you go.
Just smash a sign into some jerk.
Yep. All the Jokers. We just come up there with signs.
And then we beat the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really funny if someone was like, call me Joker, and they just call him Jerk the whole time.
Yeah.
It's Jerk? All right, Jerk. No, Joker. Whenever you say Jerk.
Okay.
Jerker.
Sure thing, Mark.
He goes home to his aggressively Stephen King level mom. She is fucking off the reservation.
This is, I think, one of my biggest problems with the movie's message, as it were, because it's ostensibly about mental health, even though it's not really, because it doesn't really say anything about it. But Arthur's supposed to be the downtrodden victim, and everybody's mean to him, and it builds up to the climax of the film. But actually, his mom is the most at-risk mentally ill person in the movie, and the movie does not treat her well at all.
The movie kind of retroactively repairs her thing. We find out that she was lobotomized. Like, it's in her notes that she was fucking lobotomized.
Well, I mean,
and we also find out that she was not lying about the connection with Thomas Wayne.
At least degrees of it.
Well, yeah, because later on we see evidence that they were connected in what seems like a romantic way. Anyway, the news goes out talking about super rats.
And where does that ever come up again?
Yes, it comes up on Murray Franklin. He tells a joke.
Well, he tells a joke, yeah.
Yeah, but
we see one.
I thought he was going to have to fucking fight one or something, which I would have been into.
Send like Rat Lex Luthor after him.
Yeah.
Just a big DC extravaganza.
Just a
of
bald
rats.
rat.
the
Hairless rat. Ugh.
the Justice League of rats. Little speedy Flash rat running up the fucking place.
The Rat Lantern.
There's no mail. She talks about how she's been writing letters to Thomas Wayne, who is like toying with running for mayor. And it's interesting because Thomas Wayne has, before this, always been portrayed as essentially a saint.
Yeah, a very good person.
In all the Batman stuff we've seen, he's the guy that like jumps in front of the bullet and protects his family. And in this movie, he's just like fucking over it. Like Thomas Wayne's just over Gotham City. Mm-hmm. Like he's like, you fucking pores.
Yeah,
leave me alone.
He's a real piece of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. It really kind of repaints the Batman story in general.
It has to, because otherwise, there's no way you could make the Joker the protagonist unless you do that, I think.
Yeah, but there's also the sliding perspective too, which is Bruce Wayne will always remember his murdered father as a god, as a hero, and the Joker in this case that we have it in there will remember him as a bastard. And that gives us that sliding perspective that we all love so much. She says that that Thomas Wayne can save the city. We go now live with Murray Franklin is on, and now we meet Robert De Niro as Murray Franklin, who is essentially the Johnny Carson of Gotham City in 19 whatever the hell.
Yeah,
even to the point where it seems like they have a fake Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, why?
Yeah.
We're faking this too? You could have just picked a different guy.
Yeah.
You picked a different guy to be Robert De Niro.
Yeah. Yeah, the fake Ed McMahon looked a lot like Ed McMahon.
It was freaky, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yes.
It's just like a Madame Tussauds sculpture of Ed McMahon.
Just all waxy.
Yeah. He's leaning like rigidly against the set.
Fucking giant rat eating his finger.
Super rat.
So Murray Franklin comes out, and then it cuts to a fantasy sequence of Arthur being in the audience, yelling, "I love you, Murray." And then Murray's like, who are you? What's your name? When I first saw it, I thought, oh, was he there at the taping earlier?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, no, that doesn't make sense at all. He was getting his ass beat earlier.
Yeah. He was getting his balls hammered earlier.
He's like, hey, what's your name? There's something special about you. I live with my mother. The crowd laughs. He's like, I take care of my mother, and she told me I'm here to bring joy and laughter to this world. And then Murray's like, brings him down. Thanks, it made my day. And then he kind of whispers, like, I'd give it all up in a heartbeat to have a kid like you.
And then they fuck.
They fuck so hard.
It's
right.
It's graphic. It was a real
Yeah.
choice.
Curveball.
It's a real brave choice, bold choice.
Spoilers. Sorry.
Spoilers. That's why the Joker's face is permanently white. Murray Franklin, Jackson Pollock his face a couple of times. You get it.
Mercaki.
There. So then it cuts to his gross back,
Yeah.
all bony and bruised, in the clown locker room.
Yeah.
What is this? It's like a dispatch service for clowns.
Yeah.
Like a fucking taxi company.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yep. That's exactly right.
It's precisely what it is.
But the more I thought about it, how else would that have worked in the 70s? Like,
How do you get a clown when you need a clown?
yeah, you call the clown service.
Call Clown Town.
Call the clown hotline.
1-800-CLOWN. And then some other numbers, I guess. 1-800-4-CLOWNs. Local clowns.
Exactly
are for
4
your call.
clowns will show up.
So then this other clown gives him a free gun,
Yep.
which is very nice. That's a nice gift.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he says he'll owe him.
He'll pay me back later, but
Yeah, but also you just gave someone a gun. They don't have to pay you anything now.
Yeah.
right? You gave me my payment.
Yeah,
right, the parameters of this transaction have altered.
You might have to pay them.
And then he's mean to that little person.
Yeah, this is a Todd Phillips thing. Just the sight of a little person is clearly just funny intrinsically to Todd Phillips, and that comes in later.
Well, he's treated very relatively well, all things considered.
Well, we'll talk about it when we get to that apartment scene later.
It's a great scene.
But he does a specifically comedic beat with the little person, and it's just based entirely on the fact that he's a little person.
Yeah.
Arthur's called to the office because there was another complaint. You didn't return the sign, and it's going to come out of your paycheck. And he's like, well, that's not fair. And in my head, I'm like, well, how much is the sign?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's the 70s, so like even if it's like 15 cents, it's probably like a third of his paycheck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's working as a clown in like shitty alternate reality 70s New York.
Well, that's before Reagan busted the clown union, so his wages were probably still pretty decent.
Can you believe they named the circus after him after that?
Crazy.
Then it cuts to him kicking some trash.
Yeah, fuck that trash.
Fuck that trash, which, man, there's super rats in there, dude. Be careful.
And typhoid.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Super
bunch of
rats
things
with typhoid.
It cuts him slogging home. Still no mail. And there we see he gets on the elevator and he meets Zazie Beetz. His
best name in the biz.
She's fantastic. Mm-hmm. She's so great too.
Yeah,
she's fantastic.
Yeah,
good.
She's so good.
Yeah,
everyone watch Atlanta if you haven't.
Yeah, Atlanta's great. We'll get Brian Terry Henry is also in this.
Yeah.
So the elevator stalls out and she's like, "Oh, this building is so awful." And then the kid is like, "Oh, this is so awful," or something like that. And like the mom's being annoying, so she goes like, she's like. Pfft.
Yeah, she mimes shooting herself in the head.
And then we have that's directly from Taxi Driver.
It is. It is.
Sure is.
That's the Taxi Driver move. You know, that's like the end, right?
Yeah,
he does that at the end.
That's at the end of his rampage. Yeah, he does that.
At the start of Arthur's here, and then so as they get off, he just goes, "Hey." And then he does it too, but all fucking creepy and weird.
Yeah. He does it like 1,000% more weird and intense.
It's the way it's supposed to be. And then it cuts to him bathing his mother.
Like you do.
How you do that.
As one does, yeah.
Yeah. And then she's still talking about Thomas Wayne, about how he's a good man, how he'll help them. And then he's like, everyone's telling me my stand-up is ready for the big clubs. And I was like, there is so much delusion in this bathroom right now.
But
this
he does go up
rich
at a big
with
club.
fantasy.
What did you say, Adam? I missed it.
He does go up at a pretty big club, though.
Yeah. He follows Sam Morrill.
Yeah.
Good for him. Gary Goldman's there. So then he's watching TV with his gun, just playing around, and he starts dancing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. This is where it comes. You're right. Maybe. Yeah. The dancing is sort of a part of the power fantasy.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Because he starts dancing. It's all gross and creepy. And then he accidentally shoots the gun through the wall, probably kills someone.
Oh, yeah, almost certainly.
Most certainly, yeah.
Definitely at least a super rat.
Probably
that bullet.
a baby.
You're hitting the baby.
Kill the baby.
Yeah, you used to have a baby, now you don't. Because that
Shed
horsehair
some
plaster wall.
responsibilities.
Yeah, you're going to have more weekend availability now. So then we cut to him stalking Zazie Beetz and her daughter at school, and then follows her to a bank, I believe she works at.
Yeah, it's the bank, yeah.
And then they're on the subway train, and he's following her, and it's all really creepy. Cuts to the comedy club, Gary Goldman crushing it with his 2018 material in 1978.
Yeah, he does a bunch of Tinder jokes, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great bit. It's funny. Like, I think I heard it on Conan. I do like that they hired real working New York comedians to be in that. in this film.
Yeah, but it kind of makes that. I mean, as a comedian, for me, it makes that scene kind of unrealistic because they never explain how he manages to get on that stage. Is it an open mic?
Could be a bringer, an open mic. Yeah.
Did he get booked? Who booked the Joker?
It seems to be an open mic when he goes up.
Yeah, he goes up with his notebook. You get it. So he's taking notes, and then later he's taking jokes about like how to perform. Basically, like there's a lot of him trying to fake being quote unquote normal through a lot of this, and we're going to see that theme repeat throughout the film. And then he's writing jokes about mental illness, and the one that we see him focusing on is the phrase, "The worst part of having a mental illness is that people expect you to behave as if you don't." It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad line.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah, it all feels really like the message they're trying to send. Like it feels just sort of like they're scratching the surface. Like this feels like a populist movie to me. Like it feels like they're trying to hit everyone's, like as many trigger points as they can for people without delving too deep into any of the actual issues they're talking about.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, it's the guy who made the fucking Hangover. I don't know what I was expecting.
It's the guy who made Road Trip.
A trip. Doorbell. Who's that? It's Zaz Beats. Were you following me today? And then he's like, I sure was. She's like, I was hoping you'd come back and rob the place. And he goes, I have a gun. I can come by tomorrow. That was very funny.
Yeah, it's a genuinely charming line that I don't think actually happened, right?
No, none of this happens.
Here's the thing is, I say that all the time.
Mm-hmm. I have a gun. I can come by tomorrow.
Yes.
It's a versatile phrase.
And I never get the reaction that I'm expecting.
No.
Yeah.
Which is for the person to turn into Zazie Beetz.
Yeah. Like even when, like, anytime you go out and just spend a day following a person, it never ends the way it does in this movie.
No.
Which is what how I expect it to end every single time. I expect that person to show up at my door, say, hey, were you following me? I say yes, and they go, cool, I'm into that.
Yeah. I would like to come to your comedy show. Yeah. Which nobody has ever said out loud. If you're in stand-up, do not have that be the first social gathering you do with a person. You're a fucking monster if you do that. That's the most villainous thing he did, is invite her to a stand-up show. That's how you know he's truly evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there we see the depth of his madness. Okay.
So now we see him. He's at the hospital. He's at the children's hospital doing the clown bit. And that fucking gun drops, and then he keeps like kicking it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It is an extremely funny moment.
It's very good.
Yeah, I saw this movie. I actually saw the first showing of it in Burbank, and the crowd lost their shit in that moment when that happened. It was
very funny.
Good moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I risked a mass shooting to go see this movie.
You know what's funny is, like, here's the thing about that is how many people were so, like, concerned. There was this, like, weird fake concern that there was going to be a mass shooting.
Yeah.
It was like, why would anybody who's inspired by the characters shoot people that are watching the first like, day of the movie? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, they're going to want to see the movie first to be inspired by it.
Right. If anything, you're running the risk of later showings.
Yeah, you want to get there as early as possible.
That son of a bitch has seen it 3 or 4 times by then.
But if he's a fan of the Joker, he's not going to want to shoot up a Joker thing. That doesn't make sense. That's your people.
Yeah.
I never, like, that whole thing where people were saying they were concerned. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, the guy did dress up like the Joker and shoot up a Batman movie.
A Batman movie, Tom. Not a Joker movie.
Someone should have dressed up like Batman and just beat the shit out of people at Joker screenings. No
Throw
guns.
batarangs.
Don't kill anybody.
Yeah, there was a masked ninja-ing at
several asses were wheel kicked.
A few broken arms, nothing major.
A local vigilante's legs were broken when he fell from the rafters trying to drop on
trying to
moviegoers.
repel. His cape got caught in his grappling hook and he fell screaming to the floor.
He was shot.
he was shot by all the people dressed like Joker.
By a non-mass shooter.
No.
A very specific shooter. So then it cuts him on the phone. He's on the phone, on a payphone, and that's where he's saying, like, Randall said you tried to buy a 38 off him last week. You're fired. You're fucking fired. And right then we see a giant fucking rat walk by. And I swear to God, it looks like a fucking fox.
Yeah. It's a good kitty.
Guys, it's a super rat.
It is a super rat, yeah.
Had a cape on.
Yeah. Flew by. Wasn't even walking.
Yeah.
Heat rayed Arthur's legs off.
3 inches above the street.
So now we get
straight out.
Now we get sort of this is the highlight of our this is our big crescendo of the first act. Because now we have the train bros.
Who somehow know all of the words to send in the clowns.
You know how you know all those words? The only reason that would make sense is the fact that they might be from New Jersey.
Oh, they were definitely from New Jersey, right?
So by law, you have to know all the lyrics to a Frank
Gotham's
Sinatra
in
song.
Jersey.
Yeah.
So yeah, the guy starts. Well, first off, they're harassing a woman and throwing French fries at her. Not funny.
Also, wasted French fries.
A waste of French fries.
Yeah.
Wasted guy, wasting fries, man.
And dangerous to do with super rats around.
Right.
It's just going to attract attention.
Yeah, you don't want to. You might have to need those fries to distract the rats.
Yeah, you keep throwing them on the ground like that, the rat's going to grab the emergency brake.
Pulls it down.
Oh, naughty
This
little
is our
rat.
train. You got to pay the toll.
You got to pay the super rats.
We protect this train. So then they beat the shit out of him, and he shoots them, which is also very funny.
It is,
Kind of. Especially the last guy.
The last guy is hilariously funny.
Yeah. Just
the other two are
desperately
funny,
trying to escape.
and he shoots him in the ass,
which
is very good. And then he chases the third dude down. They do kind of like a stutter step off and on the train car, and the guy tried to get away, and he doesn't. Also, the Joker has way more bullets than a revolver would hold.
Yeah, he gets off a lot of shots.
Yeah.
I think he fires like 8 bullets.
It's another that lady never returns the card moment.
That's how it is.
Yep.
So then he sprints away into a park bathroom and starts doing what can best be described as a combination of dancing and Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the filthiest bathroom that we have ever seen.
It is powerfully erotic.
It's
just
hot.
This gangly skeleton dancing in a horror bathroom.
Like, he and Christian Bale are both going to die of natural causes at like 61, right?
Yeah,
Just
the
like
natural causes are what you did for your career.
Yeah.
Like,
man.
their vital organs have to be close to giving out after losing and gaining so much weight so many times.
Imagine them being the Batman and Joker of a movie together.
Skinny Christian Bale.
Machinist Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
That's the Batman movie I want. It's just fucking gone.
And you know what?
Batman.
And you know what? Signs Joaquin Phoenix. How about that? With the bat. Just swinging
But
away.
he still gets hit by signs all the time.
Yep.
That's what the movie's about.
Yeah.
His little green hands
Little
swinging
alien
signs into his
fucking
face.
knocking his ass out with signs.
Yeah. This
Leaping
time
out
it
of
is
the
the end of
corn
the
and
movie.
fucking crushing his jaw.
I got a sign for you.
Just 14
It's not even the same
aliens
universe.
beating this shit out of him.
With a cash for gold sign.
Little New York accents and these gray aliens.
Dumping his ass in a cornfield.
Talking with their high system of clicks and whistles as they beat the Christ out of him.
Where's your water now?
He pulls away with a water gun shaped like a revolver and shoots 3 of them. Oh, man. So he gets home and walks right to Zazie Beetz' apartment, and they start making out, and she closes the door. And upon first watch, I'm like, this is relatively unbelievable, but it works.
Yeah, no, it's...
Oh,
yeah. On the first watch, I was like, she better not be real.
Yeah, I was...
That's an unfortunate direction for this character to turn.
Yeah, I was pretty sure by this point that what was happening with her was not real.
Yeah. Because he's a 65-year-old, 30-year-old?
Yeah.
He's a fucking weirdo.
Yep.
And she's Zazie Beetz.
Yeah, she is. She is.
She's
and he's
got good
racist,
judgment.
possibly.
And he's what?
Racist, possibly.
Gotta be. No way he's not.
Yeah, this time period, that guy, oh yeah.
I mean, he might have been so downtrodden that he just didn't have the energy to be racist. He had to find anybody that would like him, you know?
Probably not, though.
I mean, Bernie Getz had people. Arthur doesn't have people.
Yeah.
Whose side are you on, Jeff?
Bernie Getz's side. As I have been consistently.
Never wavered once.
No, it's true. Every day he brings it up.
No, it's weird.
Yeah.
Tom and Jeff talk about Bernie Getz. It's my favorite lyric from We Didn't Start the Fire. Are you kidding me? AIDS, crack, Bernie Getz. You're giving me those 3 in a row, and I'm expected not to put a huge amount of effort into learning all about all of them.
Yeah. I like when it's the cola wars that finally push him over the edge.
Can't take it anymore.
He can't listen, man.
Coke and Pepsi, that's too much for
Burn it all down.
Is this what we've come to?
AIDS and crack, all right, but this cola war.
My grandfather died in the cola wars.
We didn't start this cola war. It wasn't our cola war. We just wanted our cola to love us the way we loved it.
Buried in the mass cola graves. Fucking Christ. God damn it, Billy Joel.
God damn it, Pole Pepsi.
Pole Pop. What you mean?
There it is, Pole Pop. They really blew it. The Cola Wars. Anyway, Arthur is cleaning out his locker. Brian Callen's there. Biggest tragedy of this whole fucking movie is Brian Callen never gets murdered by the Joker.
What was Brian Callen doing?
He was a clown, which fits.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They had stand-up comedians be stand-up comedians in this, so of course Brian Callen's a fucking clown.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With fucking coronavirus.
Did he get coronavirus?
He did. Right after going to a show that had meet and greets and no masks.
Oh, there you go.
Ah,
Man, if only it could have been avoided.
Yeah.
If only there was some information provided that would prevent that from happening.
Listen, they had masks, but the super rats took them all.
Rats were.
Now
Even the rats know. I don't want to spread typhoid.
I'm not trying to get sick.
So Brian Callen's there kind of roasting him. And then he just goes, it was Randall's gun. Oh, by the way, I still owe you for that. And then as he's leaving, he goes, and I forgot to punch out. And then just beats the shit out of the clock.
Mm-hmm. Listen,
that was pretty great.
It's his revenge against signs.
It's a great bit. I forgot to punch out, and then he punches the clock off the wall. Imagine doing that at work. You'd be a fucking legend.
I like that it doesn't immediate. I like that he clearly had the way he envisioned it in his mind. This happens to him a few times in the movie where he tries to walk out in a cool line and it doesn't work out quite the way he's anticipating. But I like that he has to pummel the clock off of the wall. He's just savagely beating this clock.
And everyone just watches him do it.
I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
If I was in that locker room, I'd be like, let's let him work through whatever is going through his mind right now.
Let's say you're at work and somebody gets fired and they say, I forgot to punch out, and then punches the fucking clock off the wall. I'd be like, I'm going to tell everybody about this. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's going on Instagram for sure.
Yeah.
He's finding his voice, guys.
Yeah.
He's finding his comedic voice, and I got to be honest, a lot of it's landing. So then it cuts to Thomas Wayne on TV talking about the murders because the 3 Subway bros were Wayne employees, and he was just like, Gotham has lost its way. They talk about the anti-rich sentiment, and they were like, oh, the guy was wearing a clown mask, and he's like, who hides behind a mask? And we're like, get it. Who hides behind a mask?
Irony.
I don't get it.
But he also is like he gets very Marie Antoinette in how he's and how he's talking. He's like, these poors are a bunch of fucking clowns.
Yeah.
And that statement is what's going to be the thing that's really going to inspire a lot of the fucking protests that we're going to see. So then we cut to the therapy session where he kind of talked. He's like, I didn't even know if I really existed. And then his therapist is like, Arthur, I have bad news. And he's like, you don't actually listen to me, do you? Like, you don't. I just said that, you ask the same questions. You're like, oh, do you have negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts. And then he's like, I said that I didn't know I really existed, and I'm starting to realize I do exist, and people are starting to notice. And she's like, cool. Anyway, your funding's been cut. I'm fired. You will not have access to therapy, and they don't give a shit about people like you or me. And then he's like, what about my meds? And she's like, what about them? You don't gonna get them. You ain't gonna get them.
Which was legitimately a thing that happened in
this happened. Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
Continues
around
to
that
happen,
same
but
time.
Yeah, this is when like Reagan shut down all the state hospitals.
Yeah,
California,
Reagan did it first in California. He deinstitutionalized California and shut down a bunch of mental health facilities, and now we have a homeless crisis as a result.
He started a craze.
He started a fad.
President.
Yeah.
When he became president, he made it nationwide.
Nationwide and ready to go. It's not Ronald Reagan for destroying the country. And then it cuts back to the comedy club. Sam Morrill doing a set. Good for him. Arthur sees that Zazie Beetz is in the audience. Arthur gets up and starts laughing, and he can't get a joke out. He keeps laughing because the stage fright, the pressure is pushing him. During stressful situations, he starts laughing. And then he does that whole bit where he talks about how he's going to be a comedian, but nobody believed him. And then we see him sort of start to find a vibe, and people start laughing and clapping, and it's this kind of like laugh montage. Jimmy Durante is playing, because you know how you equate Jimmy Durante with comedy.
Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha.
Comedy legend Jimmy Durante.
Hey, I'm the voice of the Crispy Critters guy.
I sang a song about Jack Frost.
Frosty
The snowman
Snowman.
was a jolly.
Man, I used to watch Frosty the Snowman. I had a tape of Christmas specials as a kid.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
all seen Frosty the Snowman. It's so jarring seeing animated Jimmy Durante that even as a kid, when I was watching it, I'm like, this old man doesn't belong in this cartoon.
Yeah.
Frosty had other plans.
Those cartoons always freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're freaky.
Yeah. I don't like claymation type shit.
Well, Frosty was fully animated, but you're talking about like the Santa
Rudolph
Claus is coming to town and
Yeah,
Rudolph,
yeah.
the Rankin Bass stop motion stuff. Yeah, that is a little bit freaky.
Horrifying.
Absolutely horrifying. Frosty was just animated. You're safe. Except there's a fucking animated Jimmy Durante being like,
say,
hey, then Frosty hung out with these kids over here.
I was
like,
about to
Jesus,
say there's a haunted Jimmy Durante avatar in there.
I'm staring at some children. Buy my cereal.
My pupils are dilated.
So then he and they're at like a food truck, and they see there's the newspaper about the clown killers. And Zazie is like, fuck them. 3 less pricks in Gotham. And he's like, she's saying all the right things. And then a guy in a taxi cab is wearing a clown mask.
It's spreading.
Whoa.
Like a virus.
Like typhoid super rats.
Like super rat fever. Catch it. So then he walks in to his mom sleeping through the De Niro show, and he wakes her up to dance with her.
Yep. Nothing weird about that.
He feels powerful.
Not at all. He wants to share some of his power with his mom.
He puts her to bed and sees the card that she sent to good old Tommy Wayne's. T-Dubs.
T-Wayne. Twain.
And, Mark Twain, kid. And the card says, get this, kid. The card says, your fucking son and I need help, bro. He's a good boy, your kid. All right? The letter is fucking heartbreaking. It's a really heartbreaking letter. It's really painful to read. And then so he wakes his mom up, and they have a big fight about Thomas Wayne. We were in love. She signed some papers. Basically, she signed a non-disclosure. She signed an NDA.
Mm-hmm.
So she can't say anything about the sexing.
The boning.
The boning, bro. They fucking porked. Hard.
So hard.
Kid.
So fucking hard. Thomas Wayne went to fucking town on her. Penny Fleck, bro. Gave it to her.
Blew her back out.
Fucking gave her a lobotomy from the bottom side up, if you know what I mean, kid.
I do, with his dick.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
You get it. So then we see Arthur on the train reading a newspaper. It announces Thomas Wayne running for mayor. And then we see him. He's at Wayne Manor.
Uh-oh.
We see Batman for the first time.
Little baby Batman.
We see little Bruce Wayne.
Playing in his gazebo.
And Arthur is he's wearing his little clown nose, dancing around. And Bruce slides down his pole. He's on a little jungle gym, and he slides down a pole. Do you get the reference, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what Batman does in the Batman show from the 1960s.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
He slides down a pole. For crime.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pole.
crime
He
pole.
slides down it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a firefighter, but for crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A crime fighter, if you will.
If you will.
At the gate, Arthur does like a bunch of like weird magic tricks with like with one of those magic wands where it does the whole thing. And then he does the smile thing with his thumbs, gets his fingers really in that mouth.
Yeah, right in that child's mouth.
That's better. And then what I'm guessing is Alfred.
Yeah.
Comes to save him. And he goes, I'm here to see Thomas Wayne. My mother's name is Penny Fleck. She needs help. And he's like, you're her son? He's like, yeah. And he's like, your mother was delusional. She was a sick woman. And then so Arthur starts choking the Christ out of him.
Mm-hmm. Choking Alfred Pennyworth.
He chokes the shit out of Alfred, and then sprints away. Just takes to the streets and runs as fast as he can, because he just choked a beefy Alfred.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alfred he had some weight on him.
Yeah. Alfred got some LBs.
That's bare Alfred. It's got the thickness. Soccer player thighs. You know.
Yeah, this scene reminded me a lot of another movie that I think is very similar to this movie, which is Fred Durst's The Fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fantastic scene where John Travolta shows up at Devon Sawa's house trying to get an autograph. And it ends much in the same way, except with Devon Sawa punching John Travolta in the chest with
violence.
a Sharpie.
I mean, who among us?
The superior movie of the two, I would argue.
So yeah, Arthur just chokes him, like strong grip, which I'm kind of like, why are you carrying all that heft, Alfred? If you can't break off a 38-pound dude's wrists.
Yeah. The spindly little nymphs. fingers around your throat.
A classroom skeleton is trying to choke you out. I feel like you got this.
And he's choking him through the gate.
Yeah,
right.
Just lean back.
Yeah,
You
just
could break
move to the left.
both of those arms with just one motion.
Yeah, you could do a lot of
Dislocate his
damage.
elbows and get out of there.
You could do a lot of damage to that guy.
Yep.
But instead, Arthur just sprints off. And guys, I think that's a good place to stop the first episode of our 2-episode extravaganza.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
It does. I mean, we are introduced to Batman.
Yeah. Sort of.
Sorta.
Ish.
Baby, little baby.
Little baby Batman.
Batman's a little baby. Because things are going to start moving real fast in the next episode.
Why? Are we talking about a different movie?
No, it's Joker.
Hey-oh.
Oh, burn party.
Fucking wax puppet.
Fucking rat gnawing. Yes.
Oh, the rat lantern's eating his head.
Yeah, they really did. The first act is slow. It is slow. I will say that it picks up a lot fast. It does move a lot quicker in the next one, even though the movie seems long. So that being said, thank you all. Tom, now's your thing to say, right?
Oh, man, yes.
This is a
guys,
SoundCloud episode.
Guys, if you want to catch part 2, you're going to have to subscribe to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed, where you can get exclusive podcasts like this one and also Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We have a bunch of tiers where you can make us do your own idea for a podcast, or you can watch movies with us every Friday. There's a whole bunch of stuff there you can check out, so do that.
Adam, what do you got to plug, brah?
I'm actually going to be posting part 2 of this episode for free on the Unpops feed, so...
No, don't do that.
Oh, no.
It's just business, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's just how it works.
But just your recording of it.
Just my part. I don't want to step on any toes.
Tom releases his half on Gamefully. You release your half on Unpops. I'll have Sideshow release the third part of it, and then you have to collect them like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, people love collecting things.
You have to play them on
Great
3
idea.
separate devices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
can
release
find
them
my
in 3
DAT
different
tape.
formats. Get my audio on cassette.
Hey, check out Best Bad Movie Ever on the Unpops Network, hosted by Tom Ryman and David Christopher Bell. Not sure if you've heard of them, but they run this network that this show is on, so you should have.
We do.
You should have heard of them.
Yeah.
And, check out the other Unpops Network stuff. It's good. Me and Jeff, guess what?
What's that?
You don't even like
You
sports.
son of a bitch. You don't even like sports.
No, you.
Adam and I co-host a podcast, You Don't Even Like Sports, a sports podcast for people who don't like sports. Born of the ashes of Jose Cansecast, you get access to one of the greatest sports podcasts of all time. And as a bonus, 0 Bill Simmons.
None.
That's a
No
huge
Bill
bonus.
Simmons at all.
Not a lick of Bill Simmons in that episode, in that show. So definitely check out the Unpops Network because there's lots of amazing shows. And you can also buy bundles. You can buy, if you don't want to get a massive feed, you can buy bundles of episodes.
Of
shows.
There's one that includes Best Bad Movie Ever and the sports podcast.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
Yes. And the music podcasts.
Yes.
Right? Those are all together. That's a great bundle. For me, Sideshow is every other Tuesday through Sideshow Collectibles. You Don't Even Like Sports. You have already access to Unpopular Opinion. And you can, of course, check out the second half of this episode on Tom and Jeff Watch Batman through the Gamefully Unemployed Network. Find us all on the social media that you prefer. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so why were you fired?
They said I wasn't funny enough. Can you imagine that?
Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at Justin T. Brown and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.